Chapter 45-40 Forbidden Realm? I feel that his vigor and blood are majestic, and he looks young. So young. He has such achievements. Are we people from the God-defying realm? If we are not the people of the God-defying realm, how can we be protected by the power of the realm of our God-defying realm? Even if there is the protection of the power of the realm, it is generally difficult for people who step into the taboo realm to completely stop the calamity of this taboo realm. How could he be so relaxed? Several ancient beings in the God-defying realm, while whispering for a while, looked at Xiao Mubai again. They were puzzled. While they were sleeping, such an existence appeared in the anti-God realm. Didn't Xiao Mubai remind the other party not to easily step into the forbidden realm? In the past, Xiao Mubai's father, because before the imminent arrival of the unstoppable 10,000-year calamity, no longer suppressed it and forcibly stepped into the taboo realm, so that he died and disappeared. In the anti-God realm, after the historical separation, although there has not been a case of a non-powerful person stepping into a forbidden realm, however, there are many such cases in the realm outside the realm, and even in all realms, without exception, all dead body. Yes, those are all high-ranking gods, and they all died under the taboo realm. Looking at the performance of this little guy, it's really possible to survive the calamity of this forbidden realm. If he can successfully cross the calamity and step into the realm of the strongest in the future, wouldn't he be directly the existence of the 7th rank of the strong? Several old antiques from the anti-God realm took a deep breath after discussing this. Xiao Mubai also glanced at them at this time, and both saw the heat and excitement in each other's eyes. The 7th rank of the strongest. This realm, once you step into it, look beyond the realm, and even the 10,000 realms, it will definitely be called invincible. At that time, the anti-God realm, because of the emergence of such an existence, will surpass any realm in the myriad realms, and will become the leader of the myriad realms, and the upper 3 realms will be ranked at the back. To know, outside the world, and even the contemporary world, the strongest, that is, the existence of the 6th rank of the strongest, that is, the Jezun realm powerhouse. Outside the realm is the Saint powerhouse. In today's anti-God realm, in the eyes of many people from the realm of the world, there is still a realm where a strong person from the realm of the realm sits. In fact, in the anti-God realm, there has long been no real-world powerhouse. Xiao Mubai's father died many years ago. The reason why he hid the news was because he was worried that if the news spread, it would bring difficulties to the anti-God realm. Any realm in the world is a competitive relationship with each other. A powerful realm will suppress the weak realm, and even make it its own subsidiary realm. For example, under the anti-God realm, they have conquered many weak realms as their subordinate realms. Certainly, this news can be hidden for a while, but not forever. I'm afraid it won't be long before there will be some powerhouses from other realms who will come to the anti-God realm to explore the truth and see if the realm powerhouse of the anti-God realm is still there. The anti-God realm has long hidden dangers. Over the years, the reason why Xiao Mubai has paid attention to some genius monsters and even spent a lot of effort to help is to make more powerful people born in the God-defying realm. I even long for the appearance of a real-world powerhouse in it. Duan Lingtian was also one of the talented and powerful people Xiao Mubai took a fancy to. Of course, in addition to this, Xiao Mubai is also working hard to improve his strength. If he wants to step into the realm of the realm as soon as possible, then he can have enough strength to protect the realm of the gods. And now, at this moment, Xiao Mubai and the other half-step realm powerhouses in the anti-God realm were placed outside the realm as half-step saints, the 5th-tier supreme powerhouses. Looking at Duan Lingtian, who was transcending the tribulation, his eyes and face the excitement on the board is obvious. Several seniors, Duan Lingtian's tribulation movement is not small. I am afraid that even the rest of the world will feel it. Xiao Mubai looked at a few people and said solemnly, "Next, let's do our best to help Duan Lingtian hide. Otherwise, if people from other realms, or even the upper 3 realms, know that there is an existence in our God-defying realm who is expected to pass the taboo realm, they will definitely not let him grow up. Going through the robbery of the forbidden realm is equivalent to getting the pass of the Xeon 7th rank, even if it is only the upper god. After this calamity has passed, The laws of great perfection and the seventh order heaven and earth have converged into one body. As long as you step into the realm of the strongest, you are directly the existence of the seventh order of the strongest. At that time, it will be directly outside the world, and even the strongest in the world, enough to push the world horizontally, invincible. Not bad. Don't let him be exposed. Other realms, how can it be the upper three realms? It is absolutely impossible for us to allow us to appear in the God-defying realm to survive the taboo realm. I'm afraid it's hard to hide this matter, but we can set up some blindfolds on this basis. Just as Xiao Mubai thought. Although Duan Lingtian was in the realm of the God-defying realm in Shurahel, because the forbidden realm came from outside the God-defying realm, he quickly attracted the attention of outsiders, especially the upper three realms. In the upper three realms, it didn't take long to know about this. Over the years, although the upper three realms are above the myriad realms and are the three most powerful realms in the myriad realms, they are always prepared for danger and staring at other realms, especially the 18 middle realms, including the defying God realm. So, on the side of the anti-God realm, there was a big movement of Duan Lingshan's tribulation, and the person in charge of the tracking on the upper three realms quickly discovered it. When the news was sent back to the upper three realms, the 3.5-step realm venerables of the fifth order Xian in the upper three realms, who were responsible for this piece of docking, also personally crossed the space and came to the vicinity of the anti-God realm, looking at the amazing catastrophe in the distance. This catastrophe is not a 10,000-year catastrophe faced by the strongest. This seems to be a robbery in the forbidden realm. In the anti-God realm, is there a superior who has taken this step and ushered in this mortal catastrophe? For the upper three worlds, although the taboo realm catastrophe is rare, it is not a secret. In the upper three realms, every once in a while, there will be one or two amazing beings, the kind of beings that have the ability to attract the taboo realm. Certainly, this kind of existence, it is impossible to choose to take a critical step, which will lead to the calamity of the taboo realm. Because, in the history of the upper three realms, no one has been able to successfully survive the heavenly tribulation of the taboo realm. This catastrophe is also known as the death catastrophe. Save a life. As soon as you step into the realm of the strongest, you are directly the powerhouse of the sixth order realm of the super strong. Isn't it fragrant? Why take such a big risk to cross the robbery? However, although I know that this is a catastrophe, the three of them still sent the news back to their respective realms, so that the realm powerhouses in their realm would know about it. Chapter 45-41. The upper three realms, as the three strongest realms among the 10,000 realms, have consolidated their transcendent status in various ways since ancient times. The following 18 realms have always been the targets of their suppression. Of course, if they could, they would also like to suppress the 18th realm and even reduce it to their own subsidiary realm. However, because the 18 realms support each other, even if they have this heart, it is difficult for them to realize their dream. However, although they cannot suppress the middle 18 realms, their surveillance of the middle 18 realms has never stopped. Now, the changes on the side of the anti-God realm were immediately known to them. The God-defying realm in the middle 18 realms, following the last time someone realized the way of time and Kendo to the point where they touched the threshold of the seventh order. This time, someone simply stepped into the seventh order of the four worlds. People from the God-defying realm, the superior gods who crossed the taboo realm, also understood the way of swordsmanship. The seventh level of swordsmanship? Could it be the successor of the sword of time in the past? Even though this is a calamity of death, it is impossible for people from the God-defying realm to survive, but you still have to keep an eye on it. Humph! I'll go and see for myself. What is the holy place of the upper gods who have comprehended swordsmanship to the seventh rank in the anti-God realm? In the upper three realms, 2 or 3 figures each cross the boundary. These existences, without exception, are all strong in the realm of the world, equivalent to the existence of the strong saints in the land outside the world. They, spanning various realms, watched closely the changes in the God-defying realm. It's really that the upper gods have attracted the forbidden realm of catastrophe. Humph! Under such a catastrophe, he will surely die. After the historical separation, I haven't heard of anyone who can take this step. In history, there have been many high-ranking gods who have taken this step, but in the end, they all died. One after another, torchlight gazes passed through the space barriers and landed in the direction of the anti-god realm. In their eyes, the sky thunders rolling in the distance, and the calamity is surging. But under the calamity, a figure was shaky. After a moment, they saw that the figure suddenly disappeared, and the catastrophe, after shaking for a period of time, also disappeared out of thin air, dead. The Tao of Heaven is irreversible. The Tao of Heaven cannot allow beings who master the law of great perfection and the seventh order heaven and earth to exist at the same time. Those superpowers in the god-defying realm are too stupid. It is rare for such a genius to appear in their realm, and they even let him take risks. If you don't take risks, as long as you step into the superpower, you will be a real-world powerhouse. Perhaps the anti-god realm wants to have a seventh-order Xeon existence in their own family. After all, they already have a Xeon sixth-order existence. It seems that the old guy of the sixth rank of Xeon in the anti-god realm is still alive, and his strength should be improved again. Otherwise, it is impossible to live to the present. The powerhouses of the upper three worlds, when communicating with the people around them, also came from where, and where did they go back? The old guy of the sixth rank of the god-defying realm Xeon in their mouths is the former Jiazun realm powerhouse of the god-defying realm and the father of the current god-defying realm world master Xiao Mubai. Of course, Xiao Mubai's father had long since died, but the news has been kept secret so far. It is impossible for the powerhouses of the upper three realms to think of. Today, the existence of the god-defying realm who challenged the taboo realm grew up outside the realm, but only temporarily returned to the god-defying realm to survive the calamity. And they're even less likely to think. What they saw just now was just an illusion arranged by a group of half-step world-respected powerhouses from the anti-god realm, including Xiao Mubai. The anti-god realm and the half-step realm of the realm joined forces to reluctantly set up an illusion that could hide the power of the realm of the upper three realms. Certainly, it is also because the realms of the upper three realms are far away, otherwise it will be difficult to hide from them. And they were not surprised by this result, because it was all they expected. Against God realm, Shurahel, Duan Lingtian, relying on the experience left by the Wukong old man, successfully passed through the calamity of the Forbidden Realm. In the end, these spatial forces converged into a sword on the surface of his body, and the sword light shot straight into the sky, as if to pierce the sky. If it wasn't for the half-step realm powerhouses who were present to block this scene, I'm afraid it would be difficult to hide the sky and the sea, hide the upper three realms, and the realm powerhouses in the surrounding realm who are eager to move. Although it is still a high-ranking god, but it feels like the soul has been sublimated in a strange way. Duan Lingtian gradually came back to his senses, feeling the changes in his body. The divine power did not change, but the space swordsmanship was a step further, and it was perfectly integrated with the space laws of the great perfection. In a single thought, the perfect space law combined with the seventh-order swordsmanship, fierce and unparalleled, as if invincible. Next, what I'm going to do? It's stepping into Xeon. As long as I step into the realm of Xeon, I will be enough to step into the seventh level of Xeon. Once he steps into the seventh rank of Xeon, it also means that his strength will surpass that of the outer world, and even all the contemporary Xeons in the world. As far as the current situation is concerned, if I want to become a Xeon, there are two ways to go. The first way is to step into the Xeon through the Tree of Life. The second way is to step into the Xeon through the five elements gods. Both paths can help him step into Xeon. Compared with the former, the latter is slightly less difficult. Just let the gods of the five elements grow to their final form. For the former, it is necessary to devour the life force of other divine trees of life to strengthen one's own divine tree of life. And the divine tree of life is generally only found in the small world within the body of the strongest. Now, his strength may not be weaker than that of the weakest, but once his true strength is revealed, he will definitely be lost. From this moment, until I step into the realm of Xeon, I must keep a low profile and keep a low profile. Otherwise, there must be many people in the land outside the world, and even those strong sixth-order Zeons in the world, and there must be no existence in this world that is stronger than them. Tomato Novel Network in this world. Who doesn't want to be the boss? The most powerful group of people, being the boss for so many years. Now, some people are expected to grow beyond themselves, and how many people can tolerate it? Thank you, Xiao Jeju. Thank you, seniors. Duan Lingtian, who took a deep breath, came back to his senses, looked at Xiao Mubai, and a few others, bowed and saluted. Although he was in the calamity just now, he still noticed the actions of Xiao Mubai and others, and guessed the intention of their actions, which was purely to protect him. Otherwise, there might be a lot of realm powerhouses from the middle 18th realm and the upper 3 realms who came to kill him now. Chapter 45-42. After Duan Lingtian thanked Xiao Mubai and the others, several people have not had time to respond to Duan Lingtian. Suddenly, above the sky, there was a sudden burst of thunder, like a giant beast roaring filial piety. Then, under the eyes of Duan Lingtian, who raised his head subconsciously, the space barrier above the sky suddenly became transparent. In the distance, the layers of space barriers in the distance are also transparent. At a glance, it seems to be able to penetrate through countless space barriers and see the deepest part. How is this going? What's the situation? How come the space barrier in this direction has become transparent? Obviously, the space barrier is still there, and it has not become weak, but it has become transparent. At this moment, even Xiao Mubai and the others who had lived for a long time were still full of doubts. This is the first time they have seen such a scene in their life, after living for so long. An ominous premonition faintly rose in Duan Lingshan's heart. After all, this was after he had just successfully survived the tribulation. Such a sudden change is not a good sign. And when Duan Lingtian and the others were puzzled, whether it is in the anti-god realm or in other realms of myriad realms, even out of bounds, all people, all lives, as long as they look up at the sky at this time, they will see that the sky has changed. It's transparent. One after another, transparent space barriers are presented in front of everyone's eyes. What's the situation? What happened? What happened? Not only are all sentient beings puzzled and shocked, even sentient beings outside the world also don't know what the scene that appears in the sky in front of them means. I have lived for tens of thousands of years, and this is the first time I have seen such a scene. What is going on here? I've read many ancient books and secrets, but I've never heard that the sky will become like this. Did something happen? At this moment, whether it is the life of the world or the life outside the world, all those who are not in retreat, but those who notice the abnormal scene in the sky, all look up to the sky. In full view, behind the sky, behind the layers of transparent space barriers, billowing dark clouds suddenly appeared, accompanied by a deafening roar. Lightning and thunder appear. Then, on the edge of the dark cloud, a layer of golden light suddenly appeared, and the golden light appeared at once, and finally gathered into a text that all living beings can understand. Congratulations to Duan Lingtian, the high-ranking in the god-defying realm, who has successfully passed through the taboo realm and is expected to become the first high-ranking 7th-rank powerhouse after the historical partition, surpassing Jesuin and saints. When this line of text appeared, most people were at a loss. Forbidden Realm Catastrophe? What is that? Duan Lingtian, the high-ranking in the anti-god realm? Who is it? Do not know. But, although most of these people don't know what it is and what it means. However, the 7th rank of the Zeon, as well as being above Jesuin and saints, there are still many people who know what this means. Wanjia, is there going to be an existence above the world and saints? Outside the world, many strong people took a breath of cold air. Duan Lingtian of the god-defying realm? It's not the upper 3 realms. This anti-god realm, I remember it is the realm of the 18th realm? However, when those who know what the Forbidden Realm Catastrophe means, at this time, they all changed in color. In particular, the powerhouses from the upper 3 realms who came to watch Duan Lingtian transcend the tribulation. As soon as I returned to their respective realms, before I was hot, I saw this heavenly word that suddenly appeared. When they reached the realm of their cultivation, They naturally know that the only one who has the means to show such words to all beings in the world, and even beyond the world, is the aloof Tao of heaven. That high ranking in the anti-God realm actually succeeded in transcending the calamity. How did he get through the robbery in the forbidden realm? Damn, we've been tricked. A group of experts in the realm of the upper three realms felt that they had been deceived, and then Chi-Chi was furious and set off to break out of the realm again. In an instant, one after another figure appeared in the area where Duan Lingtian had crossed the tribulation before. The Shura Hell, which connects multiple realms, has become lively at this moment, with the arrival of the powerhouses of the upper three realms. In the 18 realms, there are also many strong people who cross the border. However, when they came out, they were more to watch the fun. Soon, Xiao Mubai and the half-step world respecters of the god-defying realm faced off against all the powerhouses in the world. At this moment, whether it was Xiao Mubai or the few half-step world respecters around Xiao Mubai, they felt a pressure inexplicably. In front of him, only the experts in the realm of Jezun are no less than 20, and it's still increasing. Against God realm, hand over the person who passed through the forbidden realm. A sturdy and tall figure stepped out into the sky, and wherever it passed, the terrifying aura raged, causing many nearby half-step world respecters to retreat. It's the realm powerhouse Lei Hong of the Mingguang realm. Someone recognized the person and exclaimed, Lei Hong, the three most powerful realms of all realms, one of the upper three realms, the realm powerhouses in the Mingguang realm, became famous very early, and their strength is strong. Inverse God realm. If you don't want to be broken, hand over that Duan Lingtian. Defying the God realm, hand over the people, or the realm will be destroyed today. In the other two realms of the upper three realms, at this time, there are also real-world experts walking out slowly. The powerful pressure, like mountains, enveloped Xiao Mubai and the others, causing them to spit out a few mouthfuls of blood. Half-step Jezun. In front of these powerful Jezun realm who have been famous for many years, is too weak after all. There was a hint of helplessness in Xiao Mubai's eyes. Such a big thing happened. It is naturally impossible for the strong saints in the land outside the world to not pay attention to the side of the god-defying realm. Even in the Bibo Tianfu that Duan Lingtian had joined, a strong sage walked out and brought two people with him, one of whom was the master of the Golden Dragon Palace, Xiao Tianxi. At this time, Xiao Tianxi's eyes were also very complicated. Duan Lingtian actually did it. Such a crucial step has been taken. This time, if he can escape the catastrophe, and when he becomes a superpower, he will be the first superpower seventh-order existence in the world, and even beyond the realm. Thinking of this, Xiao Tianxi's heart burst into flames. After all, he and Duan Lingtian have a pretty good relationship. I really didn't expect that such a genius and evildoer would turn out to be my Bibo Tianfu disciple. The sage powerhouse of Bibo Tianfu sighed softly. I hope he will stay away from the god-defying realm and hide when the Taoist words appear that day. Otherwise, I'm afraid that with the destruction of the god-defying realm, I will die together and disappear. Chapter 45-43. Break the world. Xiao Mubai wiped the blood from the corners of his mouth, stood up, stared at the realm experts in the upper three realms. His face was not frightened, and even smiled. You strong men in the upper three realms, are you sure you want to take action against us in the god-defying realm? When the voice fell, he raised his hand, and a floating shadow bead appeared. One after another floating shadow mirror flashed out. A purple proud figure appeared in front of everyone. At this moment, this young man dressed in purple, with a handsome face and extraordinary temperament, was staring indifferently in the direction of the powerhouses in the upper three realms. I, Duan Lingtian, speak here. If Ni God realm suffers any damage because of my success in transcending the calamity, if I go against the strong in the God realm, I will be obliterated by others. The day when I, Duan Lingtian, step into the 7th rank of the Xian, will be the time when I will kill all the 6th-order Xians from all walks of life, and even beyond the world. You can take it lightly. So, please. The voice fell, and Duan Lingshan's figure disappeared from the floating image. Xiao Mubai stared at a group of realm powerhouses in the upper three realms with a sarcastic smile, only to see that everyone on the other side changed their expressions, and their faces were extremely ugly. Even the bright light world powerhouse Lei Hong, who had previously acted aloofly and looked up to, turned gloomy for a moment, turned around and left without saying a word. Destroying the God Realm and destroying all sentient beings in the God Realm is not difficult for them. However, as it stands now, Duan Lingtian had obviously left the anti-God realm. If Duan Lingtian is safe, even if the anti-God realm is destroyed, Duan Lingtian should become the existence of the 7th rank of Xian, and he can still succeed, and there will be no changes. And once Duan Lingtian steps into the 7th rank of Xian, he will no longer be invincible when looking at this world. At that time, even if he wants to destroy the upper three realms, no one can stop him. The 7th Order Xian and the 6th Order Xian are a watershed like a chasm. In the past, there was the existence of the 6th Order Xian, and he was seriously injured in the return to the ruins left by the 7th Order Xian before the historical partition and almost died. That was still the 7th Order Xian strong before the historical partition, but the power of returning to the ruins he left behind made the current powerhouse of the Xian 6th Order almost perish. The power of the 7th Order Xian can be imagined. Rajan is gone. Mingguang Jie thought and followed. The place was dead silent. No one dared to ignore the message from that person in the floating shadow mirror just now. Perhaps, now he is just a small, high-ranking god, and anyone present can easily handle him and kill him. However, as long as he steps into the realm of Xian, he is an existence above the 6th Order Xian. Xian's 7th Order powerhouse. After the historical partition, there has never been such a strong person. Follow the people of Mingguang Realm. People from the other two realms of the upper three realms also left one after another. For a while, only the powerhouses from the outside world who arrived later, and the powerhouses from the other 17 realms in the 18th realm were left. Xiao Jieju, congratulations and congratulations. Among them, there are many people who are acquainted with Xiao Mubai, the world master of the anti-God realm, through voice transmission to congratulate Xiao Mubai. As for opening congratulations, who dares? Aren't you afraid of being settled by the powerhouses of the upper three realms? The powerhouses of the upper three realms may not dare to do anything against the God-defying realm due to the threat of Duan Lingtian, a rookie of the God-defying realm, but they have no qualms about doing so. Who made Duan Lingtian not exist in their realm? The powerhouses of the 18 realms slowly dispersed. The powerhouses who came from behind the world also gradually dispersed. Even the strong sage from Bibo Tianfu knew that Duan Lingtian was still a disciple of Bibo Tianfu, but he didn't dare to have too much contact with the half-step world lords of the anti-God realm. Who knows if the realm powerhouses of the upper three realms will settle accounts in the autumn? Seeing a group of wolves come and go quickly, Xiao Mubai and the others breathed a sigh of relief, and then smiled at each other. I hope Duan Xiaoyu will step into the realm of Xian as soon as possible. Now, these old antiques don't dare to call Duan Lingtian's name directly, because they know that once Duan Lingtian breaks through, he will be above them. I didn't expect it to make him come to the front. Xiao Mubai smiled. At the same time, there are also many people who know Duan Lingtian who are shocked because of the heavenly words. Like the wind, Feng Qingyang also took the last step and was about to find someone to go to the calamity. Unexpectedly, I saw the sudden text of Heavenly Tao. Little God he successfully crossed the robbery. The upper god succeeded in transcending the tribulation. Feng Qingyang smiled wryly. I'm not competent enough as a goddess. After all, I let my disciples get to that point first. I have to hurry up too. With a thought, Feng Qingyang stepped into the teleportation formation. Duan Lingtian? At this moment, in the anti-god realm, everyone who knew Duan Lingtian was a little confused. Forbidden realm? What is that? Most of them don't know what that means. Only the superpowers of the god-defying realm know what the forbidden realm means. However, although many people don't know what that means, but being able to let Tiandao drop the words, it can be seen that this matter is not simple. Duan Lingtian, amazing. This little guy, I didn't expect to grow to such a level. It's really surprising. Duan Lingtian has come this far. Everyone who had an intersection with Duan Lingtian in the past was amazed. But those who had a gap with Duan Lingtian all changed their expressions. Out of bounds. In a ruined city. A femininity youth whose arms shook and blood left his body rose from the sky. His face changed for a while. Duan Lingtian? How could he have taken this step? Impossible. Impossible. This feminine young man, after muttering to himself, seemed to be insane, turned into a stream of light, and disappeared in place. And this person is no one else. It is the Yun Xingyin that is integrated with the Soul Clan. To be precise, he is now called Yun Xinfeng. It must be a dream. Must be dreaming. But I haven't slept dash. Beyond the world, and even the world. It hasn't been quiet for a few days. On the horizon, the vision reappears. A familiar scene made everyone tremble. What's going on? Tian Dao text is about to appear again? Duan Lingtian has stepped into the 7th rank of Xian so quickly? When many people thought that it was Duan Lingtian who stepped into the 7th rank of Xian, so Heavenly Dao came to inform again. The new Tian Dao text also appeared in front of each of them in a timely manner. Congratulations to the mid-ranking gods of the God-defying realm who has successfully passed through the taboo realm and is expected to become one of the only 2 supreme 7th-order powerhouses after the historical partition, surpassing the world and the saints. Chapter 45-44. The text of the Way of Heaven is reproduced. Many people thought at first that they were here to convey the news that Duan Lingtian had stepped into the Xian 7th level, but they didn't expect such a piece of news about another person. What's the situation? Inverse God Realm, this is a group to cross the taboo realm? And have they all succeeded? This Feng Qingyang, who is only a mid-level god, has cultivated the power of the law to the state of great perfection, and the 4 paths of heaven and earth have also stepped into the 7th level? Are you kidding me? Inverse God Realm, what taboo realm has been mastered to break the tribulation's secret realm? When the words about Feng Qingyang's passage through the taboo realm of heavenly tribulation appeared before the eyes of everyone in the 10,000 realms, and even the people outside the realm, everyone was shocked by it. All the powerhouses in the upper 3 realms even changed their faces drastically. Last time, when Duan Lingtian crossed the tribulation, they also received news. This time, the wind crossed the tribulation lightly, but they did not receive any news beforehand. Obviously, they found a secluded place to cross the tribulation. Of course, even if he didn't find a secluded place to cross the catastrophe, he is only a middle-ranked god, and the power of the catastrophe ushered in is limited, so it's normal that he can't make too much noise. Inverse God Realm, what secrets have you discovered? Otherwise, how could people have survived the so-called impossible taboo realm, heavenly tribulation one after another? Nya God Realm, this is about to take off. When these 2 people have stepped into the 7th level of the strongest, the God-defying realm won't directly overwhelm us in the upper 3 realms? Even if there is only one person, we in the upper 3 realms are destined to be inferior to the God realm. Although they saw the words of the Tao of Heaven, the people in the upper 3 realms did not move this time. Looking for trouble in the God-defying realm? What a joke. Didn't you see Duan Lingtian's threat not long ago? Unless Duan Lingtian can be found and killed before he breaks through. Otherwise, who would dare to act recklessly against the God realm? Middle 18 realms. Another strong man from the 17th realm ran to the Nishan realm again to congratulate all the acquaintances in the Nishan realm. Master Xiao, your Nishan realm is really about to take off this time. The 2 of them survived the taboo realm. How did they do it? The Nishan realm will be the best friend of our Huayu realm in the future. Anyone who dares to be an enemy of the Nishan realm will be an enemy of our Huayu realm. In this world, what has always been lacking are people who give charcoal in a timely manner, not people who are icing on the cake. Faced with the flattery of a group of strong people, the group of the most powerful people in the God-defying realm headed by Xiao Mubai, the lord of the God-defying realm, just responded politely to each other and sent them away like a panacea. After sending people away, even Xiao Mubai's eyes were full of surprise. The 2 masters and apprentices really gave me a big surprise this time. I just don't know where that Feng Qingyang survived the catastrophe. If it is, He witnessed Duan Lingtian crossing the taboo realm. He witnessed it with his own eyes, and he has some expectations and guesses. He really didn't know about Feng Qingyang's side. It was a total surprise. Master Xiao, no matter where he crossed the catastrophe, he is a member of our god-defying realm. A supreme being against the god realm laughed. That's right, there are two existences in our Nishan realm who have survived the taboo realm and catastrophe. Once they step into the Xian, they will directly be the existence of the 7th level, overwhelming the world and shaking the land outside the world. I really didn't expect that there would be such a day in the god-defying realm. When that time comes, our Nishan realm will leap to become the most transcendent realm in the 10,000 realms. What about the upper 3 realms, all while playing? Many of the most powerful men who followed behind Xiao Mubai's eyes turned brightly. I got some information in my heart. That is, next they will check Duan Lingtian and Feng Qingyang's growth trajectory in the Nishan realm, and the people or forces they have made friends with, they can take care of them. As for the people or forces who have offended the two of them, they will all be suppressed. In this way, it can be regarded as a good relationship with the two. Of all this, no matter whether it is Feng Qingyang or Duan Lingtian, they naturally don't know. Against God realm, the land left by the gods. Xia family. Xia Jie was ecstatic when he saw the words of the Tao of Heaven twice. I didn't expect that it wasn't just Xiaotian who took that step. Even his master has taken that step. Shuer is saved. At this moment, Xia Yu, the head of the Xia family, was also convinced. Although, Duan Lingshan's son-in-law has long been recognized. But now that his son-in-law has achieved such achievements, even his master is about to become the top existence in the myriad worlds, and even beyond. He suddenly felt that he was really blind in the past. Or my third brother has a good vision. Still, my daughter has a good eye. At the same time, people in Nishan realm who are close to Duan Lingtian and who know of Feng Qingyang's existence are also happy for Duan Lingtian and the others. The outer worlds. In the sky above the Tsangshan mountain, a purple figure stood there volleying in the sky. Looking at the words of the Tao of Heaven fading away in the sky, he couldn't help but mutter to himself, unexpectedly, Master has also taken this step, and this figure is none other than Duan Lingtian. After leaving the god-defying realm, he went back and forth several times and returned to the place outside the realm. However, the place where he is now is not the place where he stayed in the land outside the boundary in the past, but another area, which is barren in the eyes. Since the last time he came here, there were also a few blind high-ranking gods who came to provoke him, and they were all eliminated by him. Now, all he has to do is to lurk and wait for the opportunity to step into the realm of the strongest. As long as he stepped into the most powerful realm, not only his wife Kir's soul imprisonment could be lifted, even if he looked at the world, even in places outside the world, there would be no opponent for him. 2 ways to go. The divine tree of life continues to improve, or the gods of the 5 elements help them transform further. Duan Lingtian, prepare to do both. Anyway, the current him doesn't need to waste time to cultivate or comprehend the law, the way of swords, etc. He just needs to slowly digest the memory left by the Wukong old man and integrate it. Myriad worlds. One rate belongs to the subordinate realm of one of the 18 realms. A figure turned into a sword light and left this boundary. Then, he also escaped into the outside world. This person was Feng Qingyang, who had just passed through the taboo realm. Although, his catastrophe is relatively small. However, after successfully crossing the tribulation, it still attracted many nearby powerhouses to cross the border. What happened there just now? It seems that someone is crossing the tribulation. The power is not too strong, but it gives people a strong sense of oppression. Could it be that God venerable in the god-defying realm mentioned in the text of the heavenly Tao is crossing the taboo realm? After reaching the outer worlds, the wind is light, and he no longer suppresses his cultivation, allowing his cultivation to improve. In an instant, his entire body of cultivation has stepped from the middle realm to the upper realm. Even when the power of his law was extended and the way of the sword was displayed, he sensed the call of the most powerful realm. It came so fast. It seems that I will step into the 7th level of Xian before Xiaotian. In an instant, Feng Qingyang's momentum continued to increase. With a full body of cultivation, not long after breaking through to a high-ranking deity, he further stepped into the realm of the strongest. Waves of heaven and earth visions also began to gather above his head, and more gathered. Chapter 45:45. High-ranking gods, who comprehend the laws to a certain extent, or comprehend the four ways of heaven and earth to a certain extent, will be greeted with the call of the supreme realm. However, because of entering the Xian realm too early, the speed of comprehending the laws and the four ways of heaven and earth will be slowed down and affected, so that many people will not step into the Xian realm at that time. You will choose the law, and after the four ways of heaven and earth are further improved, you can sprint to the strongest realm by yourself. For example, today's most powerful and high-level existences, without exception, are all existences who rejected the call of the most powerful realm when they were high-ranking gods. It is precisely because of this that they can have today's achievements. However, today's wind is light, but there is no need to reject the call of the most powerful realm. Before he stepped into the upper god, he comprehended the law of time to the realm of Dzogchen and the way of swordsmanship to the 7th level, and even attracted that heavenly calamity of the forbidden realm. Now, he has successfully crossed the catastrophe, stepped into the realm of the upper gods, and ushered in the call of the supreme realm. Today, I entered Xian with ease. Just entered Xian, it is the 7th level of Xian. In Feng Qingyang's eyes, rays of light condensed and raged. When the aura on his body suddenly swept away, it even caused the bursts of heaven and earth visions that appeared in the sky to collapse. Terrible power swept out of him, causing him to choose one of the 18 middle realms to break through, causing the entire realm to shake a few times. All the creatures in this realm, at this time, have bursts of heartfelt intentions from the bottom of their hearts. Congratulations to Nishan realm Feng Qingyang. After surviving the taboo realm of catastrophe, he successfully broke through and became the first strongest existence of the 7th level after the historical partition, surpassing the world venerable and saint. When Feng Qingyang completed the breakthrough and the momentum shook the entire realm, another word of the Tao of Heaven was printed into the eyes of everyone in the world, and even the people outside the world. Suddenly, everyone was boiling. My God, there is an existence above the saint? Superior to a strong person in the realm of respect? Isn't that invincible in the world? Defying the God realm, you really defy the sky. Such an existence was born, and in the near future, Duan Lingtian will probably break through, right? This God-defying realm is about to take off. The outer worlds boiled. The world is boiling. At the same time, the outer worlds, Wind Holy Land, Langya Sword Pavilion. This is a semi-holy force, and it is also a semi-holy force that Feng Qingyang has been with before. Earlier, when the words about Feng Qingyang appeared, this semi-holy force boiled over. It's just because the Feng Qingyang mentioned in the text of Tiandao is the Feng Qingyang who has been in their semi-holy force for a period of time. The other party was invited to Langyajianga by their deputy pavilion master. I really didn't expect that little friend Feng Qingyang had concealed the way of swordsmanship he showed earlier. This is soaring into the sky, above the saints. The old and gentle Langyajiang's deputy pavilion master couldn't help sighing with emotion, but the rest of Langya Sword Pavilion regretted it for a while. If I knew it earlier, I should have a good relationship with Feng Qingyang. My God, I didn't expect that in a blink of an eye, the middle level in the past would become the one who surpassed all the powerhouses outside the world and even all the powerhouses in the world exist. I have long seen that Feng Qingyang is very capable, and it is true. My vision is still good. Me too. I've seen that Feng Qingyang has a destiny to soar into the sky and be invincible. In the reverse God realm, several half-step Jesuan, Xiao Mubai and others gathered together again at this time. They all looked at each other, speechless. Is this a breakthrough? We are against the God realm. Have we emerged from the existence of Xian's 7th level or higher? And, is it still Feng Qingyang, Duan Lingshan's God? After the bursts of silence, it was ecstasy. In Nishan realm, There is an existence that surpasses the powerhouse of realm venerable realm, which also means that from now on, Nishan realm will become the top realm in all realms. I thought it would be Duan Lingtian, but I didn't expect Feng Qingyang to walk ahead. Xiao Mubai sighed. At the same time, the Nishan realm was also boiling. Especially the group of people under Feng Qingyang in the past, they are all extremely excited at this moment. The Nirvana Heavenly Emperor in the past now stands in a place outside the world, even the pinnacle of the myriad worlds. Master? Duan Lingtian, who was sprinting to the strongest realm, couldn't help but feel happy for his master after seeing the heavenly script that his master had broken through. I'm going to hurry up too. The pure water of the world can transform into the highest form immediately. At that time, I can use this to unite with the other 4 kinds of 5-element gods, step into the strongest realm, and become the second strongest 7th-level existence in the land outside the world, and even in the world. Duan Lingtian got the memory of old man Wukong. Even if it is the 7th level of Xian, it is not destined to be his end. His goal is to step into the peak that old man Wukong has reached in the past, and then surpass old man Wukong. Even to suppress heavenly Tao. This is also the obsession of Wukong old man. Congratulations, Mr. Feng Qingyang. Congratulations, Mr. Feng Qingyang. Feng Qingyang left the boundary of the breakthrough. In this realm, a world-venerated powerhouse and 4 half-step world-venerated powerhouses came out one after another to send the wind away. Bothering everyone, Feng Qingyang nodded to them and smiled apologetically. After all, he found a breakthrough here casually, but he didn't expect such a big commotion, which also caused turmoil in the power of the realm, causing a lot of damage to the realm. My Lord Feng Qingyang is serious. It is our honor that you can break through in our realm. The strong man in the realm of respect repeatedly expressed his opinion. No matter what, I owe you a favor this time. After Feng Qingyang left these words, he just left. And the few people present were naturally ecstatic. The favor of the 7th-rank powerhouse? Even if the strongest of the 10,000 realms, the upper 3 realms, come out to attack them, as long as they invite Mr. Feng Qingyang over, the upper 3 realms will probably have to retreat, right? Too strong. After Feng Qingyang left, the powerful man in the realm of dignity breathed a sigh of relief. Although there is only 1 level difference between the 7th level of Xian and the 6th level of Xian, I didn't expect the gap to be so big. He hasn't fully familiarized himself with the power in his body yet, but the changes in power have made me, the 6th level Xian, feel great pressure. As for the others, they lost their composure even more. He gasped heavily for a while. The other side. Feng Qingyang crossed the realm, and soon returned to the Nishan realm. Congratulations, Mr. Feng Qingyang, for returning to the God-defying realm. What Feng Qingyang didn't expect was that Xiao Mubai, the lord of the God-defying realm, brought a group of powerful people to meet him, and each of them respected Feng Qingyang as an adult. Chapter 45-46. You don't have to be polite. When Feng Qingyang smiled calmly, he could see through the cultivation of everyone in front of him at a glance. All of them were only half-step world venerables, and none of them was a world venerable powerhouse. We are against the God realm. Don't we have realm venerable realm? Feng Qingyang asked doubtfully. Hearing Feng Qingyang's words, everyone smiled wryly. If it was before, it would be impossible for them to admit it if asked by outsiders. But now, it doesn't matter. After all, on their Nishan realm side, the world's first strong man who surpassed the realm of realm has already been born. My lord, in the past my father was a realm venerable realm, but he has long since died. But the people of the 10,000 realms don't know it yet. Xiao Mubai sighed and said, now he no longer regards Feng Qingyang as a junior, but regards Feng Qingyang as the patron saint after Nishan realm. Moreover, it is the strongest patron saint. At this moment, he had a feeling of unloading a heavy burden. In the past, in order to better resist the 10,000 years of calamity, the old guys around him were the ones who carried the burden for the God-defying realm, but now someone has shared the burden with him. What's more, this person's share made him no longer have to worry about being known as the unbounded respectable powerhouse in the God-defying realm. We are against the God realm. So what if there is no realm of respect? We have existences beyond the realm of respect. I see. As the other people explained, Feng Qingyang suddenly realized, and then smiled slightly. Everyone, I will be in the God-defying realm in the future, so you can take a breather. My wind is light. Since it comes from the God-defying realm, the matter of the God-defying realm is naturally my business. Now, I still have some things to rush. Just as Feng Qingyang was about to go to the land left by the gods, to help his disciple-in-law, to release the soul imprisonment of the soul-bound clan, he seemed to have noticed something, and suddenly looked up to the distance ahead. Then, let out a cold snort. Humph dash. Feng Qingyang let out a cold snort, and suddenly a huge sword condensed in the void, and then he cut forward, tearing apart the originally vast space with cracks. Numerous cracks spread, and behind these cracks, there are one after another visiting eyes, sweeping from a distance. Everyone, do you want to try my method? After the voice fell, Feng Qing raised his eyes and focused. In the next instant, two sword glows whizzed out from his eyes, like two sword-shaped gazes. After piercing through the space and entering the space crack, the peeping gazes disappeared indifferently. Puff dash. This is the strength beyond the realm of respect? What a powerful soul power. In various places in the upper three realms, there were many powerful people in the realm of the realm, with blood flowing from their eyes and trembling bodies. The world-venerated powerhouse Lei Hong in the bright light realm is also among them. Everyone, what should we do now? The strength of this Feng Qingyang is obviously far superior to ours. If he intends to kill us, we are afraid that we will be powerless to fight back. Everyone, let's get together and discuss countermeasures. After Feng Qingyang, that Duan Lingtian is probably about to become the existence of the 7th level Xian. All the powerhouses in the upper three realms felt the danger at this moment. Just now, they just wanted to test Feng Qingyang. And the result of the test was completely beyond their expectations. Feng Qingyang's strength is far beyond their imagination. The gap is too big. If we fight head-on, maybe I can't even stop him with a single blow. Lei Hong, a strong man in the Mingguang realm, was famous for his violent temper in the 10,000 realms in the past, but he is so powerful that he is worthy of the 10,000 realms and even any strong man and saint in the world outside the world. But today, he lowered his proud head. It's just because there is someone in the world that he can't compete with and can even crush him. At the same time as the powerhouses of the upper three realms started an emergency meeting, Feng Qingyang also greeted Xiao Mubai and others, and then went to the land of the gods, the Xia family. In the past, the things that had troubled his disciple Duan Lingtian for a long time, as the power of his soul swept out, they were solved in an instant. Here, that is, the soul imprisonment on Xian Yingxue was directly expelled by him forcibly. She's fine now, she just needs to recuperate for a while before she can wake up. Feng Qingyang looked at Xiaoyu, the head of the Xia family, and Xiajie, the third master of the Xia family, who were also in the room, and said with a smile, "Master Feng Qingyang, please." Xiaoyu and Xiajie said respectfully, "You don't need to be too polite, we are old acquaintances." Feng smiled lightly. "Speaking of which, this girl is still my apprentice-in-law. Patriarch Xia and I are considered in-laws. That disciple of mine should be about to take the last step and come back. For the next period of time, I plan to stay in the Xia family to practice and wait for my disciple to return, but I have to trouble Patriarch Xia to help me arrange a place to live." Hearing Feng Qingyang's words, Xiaoyu quickly shook his head. "No trouble. No trouble. What a joke. This one in front of him is the number one person in the world. How many people are trying to curry favor with him now? Even the strongest ancestor of their Xia family is still waiting outside respectfully. There is even a group of Xians coming here, just to meet this one in front of me. The Outer Worlds." Yun Qingyin, who was integrated with the members of the Guhun clan, the current Yun Xinfeng, only felt his soul shake for a while, and then his face became extremely ugly. "My soul was imprisoned and was forcibly dispelled. A strong person in the realm of respect, a saint, may not have this method. It seems that Duan Lingshan's god Venerable Feng Qingyang has come out. There must be a lot of secrets about the two masters and apprentices. How could the person in charge take the most critical steps one after another? One has stepped into the 7th level of Xion. Another one. It is only a matter of time before stepping into the 7th level of Xion. Do not know either. Is their secret useful to me? Thinking of this, Yun Xinfeng's eyes showed a bit of hotness and madness. Upper 3 realms. In the bright light world, a number of world-respected and powerful people gathered together. Everyone, can we just sit and wait for death? An old man who looked quite old, with fear in his eyes, asked in a deep voice. Don't forget, not long ago, after Duan Lingtian successfully passed through the taboo realm heavenly tribulation, our upper 3 realms mobilized people to go there, threatening the Nishan realm to hand over Duan Lingtian. Otherwise, we would break the realm. You don't really think that the God-defying realm will let it go after gaining power and don't care about it? Hearing the old man's words, everyone also thought of the scene of going to the God-defying realm and threatening the God-defying realm in the past, and a bit of remorse flashed in their eyes. That time, it was indeed impulsive. Then what do you think we can do? Another person asked in a muffled voice. Chapter 45-47. Just when a group of strong men from the upper 3 realms gathered together, they were thinking about how to deal with the potential threat from the God-defying realm. Suddenly, bursts of voices like Buddhist Sanskrit sounds descended from the sky. Although he couldn't understand what the voice was expressing, it still attracted everyone's attention. When everyone's eyes fell on the sky, above the clouds, a golden light suddenly appeared, tearing through the secrets of heaven, like a divine light coming to the world, shining to the heavens and the earth. This moment, it's not just the powerhouses gathered in the upper 3 realms. Even people in other places in the upper 3 realms, even all circles in the 10,000 realms, and every corner of the outer realm heard the sound and saw the golden light tearing through the clouds. Heavenly words again? Under the watchful eyes of everyone, the heavenly Tao characters that had appeared several times before appeared again. It's just that this time it's not announcing who has survived the catastrophe of the Forbidden Realm, nor is it announcing who has become the strongest 7th-order powerhouse after the history is cut off. But after the history is cut off, the first Xion of the 7th level appears, and everyone should celebrate it. From now on, a Tian Tower will appear above the Central Sea area of the Outer Worlds. Saints and half-step world lords can go to pass through the level. Once they pass through all the levels and successfully pass the level, they will be able to get a heavenly Tao talisman, which can block taboos. There are 3 catastrophes. As for which catastrophe to block, you can choose independently. With the appearance of this line of heavenly words, the land outside the world, and even the world, became quiet for a moment. However, after a while, many people were puzzled. Tian Pagoda? A talisman of the Tao of Heaven? It can block the taboo and the 3 Tao tribulations? What do you mean? Listen, it seems to be something that allows the world's most powerful people to go one step further. But the more well-informed people, after reading the text of Heavenly Tao, gasped again. It seems that this time, in the land outside the world, and even in the world, there will be one after another existences that surpass the saints and the realm of the world. For a long time, the 7th level of Xion has been like a curse. But now, with Feng Qingyang taking the lead in breaking the curse, Tiandao simply removed the curse? Why does this seem to be aimed at Feng Qingyang and Duan Lingtian? These 2 people finally survived the taboo catastrophe. One became the existence of the 7th level Xion, and the other was still on the way. And now, the way of heaven has given other saints, world-respected powerhouses, the hope of stepping into the 7th level of the strongest? The land outside the world, and even the world, was in an uproar at this time. But in the upper 3 realms, all the powerhouses gathered together had their eyes brightened. Ha 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 ha. It seems that Tiandao is not willing to see the Yanai Shen realm family dominate. Everyone, our chance has come. Lei Hong in the Mingguang realm laughed, and his strong body trembled slightly because of the excitement. Although the Tao Talisman can only selectively block the 3 taboo calamities, it still gives us great hope. I don't know what you guys think, but I, Lei Hong, must give it a try. Otherwise, let me bow my knees in front of people from the God-defying realm who were suppressed by our bright light realm in the past. I can't do it. Even if you fight this hard, you will die. I admit it. As soon as the words fell, Lei Hong's figure flickered, and he turned into a stream of light and quickly disappeared in place, heading straight to the outside world. His goal is the Tian Tower above the central sea area of the Outer Worlds. To be precise, it is to break through the many checkpoints in the Tongtian Tower, get the Amulet of Heaven's Tao, and then take the step that will lead to taboo catastrophe that I have never dared to take in the past. Lei Hong, many years ago, came to the point where he was one step away from the forbidden catastrophe. However, because he knew that he would die, he dared not take another step forward. And this time, the appearance of Tian Tower and Heavenly Tao Talisman undoubtedly brought him hope and gave him the opportunity to go further. Of course, even if he got the Heavenly Tao Talisman, he was not fully sure of breaking through the taboo catastrophe. However, he still intends to fight. The blood that has been silent for many years seems to be boiling again. After Lei Hong went to the place beyond the boundary, he continued to yell freely, and his voice shook all directions, as if his voice could be heard by most of the people in the Mingguang realm. Follow Lei Hong away. Someone will follow and leave immediately. Lei Hong is right. In the past, 10 deaths and no lives were enough. Now, the appearance of the Heavenly Tao Talisman has brought us a glimmer of hope. Even if we are close to death, I will try it. A burly old man also stood up after Lei Hong left. It's nothing to me to bow down to the strongest 7th-level existence in the God-defying realm. After all, I walked all the way in the same way many years ago. Only by being able to bend and stretch can we survive better in this world. However, the most recent Xian heavenly tribulation, I am already a little powerless. I am afraid that it will not be long before I will die under the heavenly tribulation. Instead of waiting to die, it's better to fight back. Or die early. Either go further, you can live for more years. At the same time, there is no need to bow down to those two brats from the God-defying realm. When Lang Sheng opened his mouth, the burly old man followed Lei Hong and left in a blink of an eye. With 2 people taking the lead, except for about half of the world-venerated powerhouses present who planned to wait and see first, the other half were also infected by Lei Hong and the 2 and followed. At the same time, among the 18 realms in China, there are also several figures who crossed the realm and went to the place outside the realm. At the same time, Duan Lingtian also saw the heavenly Tao text that had been lingering in the sky for a long time, and his expression became extremely ugly in an instant. Heavenly, it's really shameless. Before Master and I successfully crossed the catastrophe, before Master stepped into the 7th level of the strongest, I never saw it so kindly, helping people overcome the forbidden catastrophe. Heavenly Tao Talisman, can it block 3 robberies? As a person who has experienced the taboo catastrophe, Duan Lingtian knows the taboo catastrophe very well. If he is given the Heaven Tao Talisman, he can easily overcome the catastrophe. Although there are more than 3 powerful heavenly tribulations in the taboo heavenly tribulation, the appearance of this Heavenly Tao Talisman will definitely allow some of the contemporary saints and powerhouses to successfully overcome the catastrophe. If we say that in the past, their probability of success in crossing the catastrophe was almost 0. Once the taboo catastrophe was attracted, 10 deaths and no life. But now, there is a certain degree of certainty that he will succeed in crossing the tribulation and go one step further. But for some saints and superpowers with deep background and powerful means, life and death are at most mixed, and there is a great chance of success in crossing the tribulation. One day, I will break you. Old man Wukong's will, I will definitely help him achieve it. In Duan Lingshan's eyes, the killing intent aimed at Tiandao kept rising, and it was out of control. Chapter 45-48 Tower of Babel? Feng Qingyang, who was in the God-defying realm, naturally saw the words of the Tao of Heaven. For a moment, Duan Lingshan's anger was also set off in his heart. I worked desperately and stepped into the 7th level of Xian, became the first existence beyond the realm of respect and saints after the history was cut off. Now, seeing that Duan Lingtian, my disciple, will also become the second such existence after me, after the historical barrier. Just at this time, heaven, but suddenly created a Tian pagoda. Come up with the heavenly talisman. It is obvious that they want to help the existence of the sixth level of the strongest who are stuck in the realm of the world and the realm of the saints. Step into the seventh level of the strongest. Isn't this bullying? Why didn't I see you doing this before? Snort dash. Suddenly, Feng Qingyang let out a cold snort, and then flew out of the sky on the spot, and then approached the ground. When he raised his hand, the sword light shone, and the space was torn apart by him. Then, he walked in along the torn space. In a blink of an eye, the torn space closed, and Feng Qingyang had disappeared into the turbulent flow of space. Certainly, with Feng Qingyang's current strength, even if he entered the turbulent space, it would be like walking on flat ground, without any pressure. The destination of his trip is not other places, but the place outside the world. Exactly. He is going to go to the location of the Tian Tower above the central sea area of the outer worlds. As for what to do, needless to say, as the only existence of the seventh level Xian in the current world, Feng Qingyang's speed is not unpleasant. After seeing the words of the Tao of Heaven, announcing the appearance of the Tian Tower and the rewards of the Tongtian Tower, Feng Qingyang broke through the sky and came to the outside world immediately. Therefore, he was the first to come to the sky above the central sea area of the outer worlds, where the Tongtian Tower is located. This is Tongtian Tower? In the sky above the boundless sea area, the wind was blowing and standing in the sky, looking at the giant tower suspended in the sky above, exuding bursts of mysterious aura. His eyes shone brightly. At the same time, he could also sense that there were a lot of auras lurking under the sea area, ready to move. It was a group of sea monsters who noticed the abnormal movement here. Some of them exist because they are attracted by the pure awareness of movement, while others come to watch the excitement. Because the sea area where they are located is the central sea area of the outer worlds. But, although the overlord of this sea area is also the existence of the most powerful realm, there is still a long way to go from this sage realm, which is the Jesuan realm of the myriad realms. It's just in Xian fourth order existence. It's a pity that this Tongtian Tower only allows the existence of the sixth level Xian to enter. Otherwise, I must go in and give it a try. In the depths of the sea, in an underwater palace, a thin old man is holding the imperial power. Sitting on the throne, his eyes are like torches, as if he can pass through the endless sea and land on the sea level. Someone came so soon? Soon, he saw the only young man standing in the air near the Tongtian Tower on the sea level. The young man was dressed in blue and stood with his hands behind his back. He stood there as if he didn't feel the coercion of the Tongtian Tower at all. He's definitely better than me. The old man sucked in a breath of cold air. Even if he was the fourth level Xian, he couldn't get close to the Tongtian Tower. It can be seen that the opponent's strength is beyond his comparability. At this time, I arrived at the first time, and it's so powerful. I'm afraid it is at least the existence of the sixth level Xian? He thought to himself. Almost at the moment when his thoughts fell, his gaze pierced the sea, and he suddenly found that the young man in blue, as if he had spotted him, suddenly turned his head and looked at him. At a glance, in an instant, he only felt a terrifying coercion shooting out from the opponent's eyes, flowing upstream along his gaze. Stop! Stop! The two terrifying sword lights destroyed his vision all the way, until finally, with all his means, he barely resisted the opponent's eyes sword. Boom! Rumble! At the same time that the old man blocked the opponent's eye sword, the palace he was in was also turned into ruins, and his men with lower cultivation bases were all seriously injured and unconscious without exception. Even if there are a few existences who have stepped into the Xian realm, either their eyes are bleeding, or their faces are as pale as paper, as if they have experienced a life-and-death battle. Wong, who did it? Did a saint attack you? A middle-aged man of medium build asked the old man with a look of fear. Shoot! Hearing the middle-aged man's words, the old man smiled miserably. He didn't make a move. He just looked at me. As soon as these words came out, the people at the scene froze in place as if they had been strangled by the neck. After a while, they all gasped. Take a look? Just let their powerful king be so embarrassed that they even went back to the king's palace? Several of them Zeons were also affected and traumatized? Even the high-ranking sage probably doesn't have such astonishing means, right? My lord, even a saint might not have this ability, right? A young man asked with a look of apprehension. That's natural. Hearing the words, the old man sighed, then raised his head and glanced at the direction of the sea level, and said in a fearful tone, if I'm not wrong. The first strong man who arrived near the Tongtian Tower should be the one who was notified by the text of Tiandao, and the first one to step into the seventh-level existence after the history was cut off. He seems to be called. The wind is blowing. Zeon's seventh level? The wind is blowing. Hearing their king's words, everyone present fell into a dead silence again. In the end, someone asked, he has stepped into the seventh level of Zeon. The test of the Tongtian Tower is useless to him, right? After all, the reward for clearing the Tongtian Tower is 3 pieces that can resist the taboo. Heavenly Tao Talisman. It's useless. The old man nodded. Then with a flash of light in his eyes, he said bluntly, if I'm not wrong. He came to prevent those saints from entering the Tongtian Tower. After all, if no one can get the reward of the Tongtian Tower, except for Duan Lingtian, it will be difficult for the existence of the 7th-level Zeon to appear in this era. If one person can dominate, why let others grow up? At this moment, he substituted himself into Feng Qingyang, and it was not difficult to guess what Feng Qingyang was thinking. And it's not just him, even people in places outside the world, and even other people in the world feel. The way of heaven is too biased. Why do some people rely on hard work to step into the 7th level of Zeon, but you backhanded and gave a shortcut for others to take? Isn't this for the former? Chapter 45-49. The Tongtian Pagoda, like a majestic giant mountain, hangs in the sky, with mysterious light shining, and a terrifying aura sweeping all directions. People with low cultivation levels cannot approach it at all. Only the existence above the 6th level of Zeon can approach and enter it. This is also the threshold set by the Tao of Heaven. You don't even have the 6th level of Zeon. Why come here to join in the fun? Whoosh! Accompanied by a swift whistling sound, a strong and tall figure appeared from afar. This is a middle-aged man with a resolute and stern face. He is far away from Tongtian Tower, and his eyes are full of heat when he looks at Tongtian Tower. As long as I succeed in breaking through the barrier, I, Lei Hong, will be able to get 3 heavenly Tao talismans to deal with the taboo realm heavenly tribulation. The taboo realm. I have been able to step in a long time ago, but I dare not step in. If I have 3 heavenly talismans, what fear do I have? I still don't believe it. I, Lei Hong, rank among the top 3 in 10,000 realms. Speaking of this, he seemed to suddenly think of something. He paused, and then murmured to himself. In the past, the top 3 existences in the world's strength, under the protection of the 3 heavenly amulets, will not be able to break through the catastrophe of the taboo realm. If you can't break through, even if you die, I will admit it. When the voice fell, Lei Hong had already arrived near Tongtian Tower. However, he did not enter the Tongtian Tower. Just because the way was blocked, a blue figure stood on the side of the Tongtian Pagoda, and a powerful and terrifying consciousness spread out, sweeping all directions, covering a large area around it. Lei Hong, blocked out. The 7th level of Zeon? Feeling the strength of the opponent's consciousness, Lei Hong's face changed. It is not difficult for him to guess the identity of the other party just through the other party's divine sense. The former compatriots of the Tiandao script, the first strongest 7th-level existence after the history was cut off, the Feng Qingyang of the God-defying realm. Are you Master Feng Qingyang from the God-defying realm? Taking a deep breath, Lei Hong slightly cupped his hands towards Feng Qingyang and greeted him politely. At this time, several people followed one after another. They are all top powerhouses in the 3 realms of the 10,000 realms. They happened to see Lei Hong bowing his hands, and they were stunned for a moment. They knew exactly who Lei Hong was. In the past, after Lei Hong stepped into the 6th level of Zeon, there was no one in the 10,000 realms, or even the outside world, who could make him bow down. But now, he respects a person so much. They tried out their spiritual sense, and soon, the feedback they got made them realize who the person blocking the way was. The wind is blowing. The strongest seventh-level existence in the God-defying realm. All of a sudden, everyone's expressions changed drastically. Why did Feng Qingyang appear here? They don't need to guess. It must be the Tian Tower created by dissatisfied with the way of heaven and wants to stop people like them from entering. Master Feng Qingyang. In fact, Lei Hong was extremely unwilling to call Feng Qingyang like this. After all, in his eyes, Feng Qingyang is just a junior. But, thinking of the strength that the other party possesses now, he has to be afraid. After all, the other party took a step that he didn't take. It's me. Facing Lei Hong's greeting, Feng Qingyang glanced at him lightly and said in a calm tone without any emotion, "From today on, the Tongtian Tower is forbidden. If someone breaks in, die." When it came to the end, Feng Qingyang's tone suddenly turned cold, making people feel like falling into an ice cellar. And then, without waiting for Lei Hong to respond, he was already sitting cross-legged in the void and began to close his eyes to meditate. But the spiritual consciousness that had spread out had never been retracted in the slightest. Still monitoring the quartet. Swish. Lei Hong's face changed drastically. Although he had guessed the reason for Feng Qingyang's appearance here, he still couldn't accept the result. His complexion became a little ugly. Then, he took a deep breath, looked at Feng Qingyang and said, "The Tongtian Pagoda was arranged by the Tao of Heaven to give us the strongest sixth-level existences a chance to hit the seventh level. Aren't you afraid that Heaven will punish you and kill you if you act like this? You are violating the law of Heaven." As soon as Lei Hong opened his mouth, he lifted the Tian Dao out, threatening Feng Qingyang. And hearing his words, Feng Qingyang couldn't help but opened his eyes, and then looked at him like an idiot. "Heaven will kill me? If Heaven can kill me at will without any reason, why build the Tongtian Pagoda here? Just kill me. Isn't that all right? Why do you want to help other people step into the seventh stage?" Laugh. After a sneer, Feng Qingyang closed his eyes again. The indifference on his face showed his confidence that no one would dare to offend. Lei Hong's face darkened. He also had to admit that what Feng Qingyang said was indeed reasonable. The appearance of Tongtian Pagoda is obviously Tian Dao targeting Feng Qingyang and another Duanling Tian who has passed through the taboo realm. If he was Feng Qingyang, and if he was targeted by the Tao of Heaven, he would definitely be like Feng Qingyang, guarding the Tongtian Tower and preventing people from entering. Even, what he did might be even better than Feng Qingyang. He will come to the vicinity of the Tongtian Tower and kill all the strongest sixth-level people who want to enter the Tongtian Tower. "Everyone, what should we do now?" Lei Hong turned his head, looked at the powerhouses from the 3 realms of the 10,000 realms who were following him, and asked through sound transmission. These powerhouses are basically the existence of the 6th Order Zeon. Could it be possible to let him prevent us from entering Tongtian Tower? Lei Hong's tone was a little more unwilling. However, after hearing Lei Hong's words, everyone advised him, "Lei Hong, stop complaining. Otherwise, what can you do? Are you sure to defeat him? Do you have the strength to disobey him? I think we should go back and have a long-term plan. I still don't believe that he can stay here forever." Right. During the sound transmission, everyone's voice was full of fear, and no one agreed with Lei Hong, because they were all afraid that the silly spore would drag them into the water to deal with Feng Qingyang. This is the first existence of the 7th Order Zeon after the historical cutoff. They don't want to be each other's sharpening stone. In other words, Lei Hong's head is relatively strong. Finally, although Lei Hong was unwilling, he could only leave with everyone. After a while, around the Tongtian Pagoda, calm was restored. At this time, a group of sages from all over the world who were hiding in the dark nearby also sighed. Lei Hong's violent guy retreated. They can only return. Originally, they expected Lei Hong to fight each other, so they took the opportunity to sneak into Tongtian Tower. Unexpectedly, Lei Hong was intimidated. It's finally here. After a while, Duanling Tian finally took the last and most critical step with the help of the 5 elements gods. Then, I sensed the call of the most powerful realm. This call, he has experienced in the past. However, that time it was rejected. This time, he didn't refuse again. Bring it on. Extreme 7th level. Duan Lingshan's eyes lit up with anticipation on his face. Chapter 45-50. For Duan Lingtian. The fact that his master passed through the Forbidden Realm later than him, but stepped into the 7th level of the strongest, undoubtedly made him yearn for the 7th level of the strongest, and he slackened a little. Because he knew that after Master's breakthrough, it also meant that the Nishan realm was safe, and his wife Kir's imprisoned soul was also saved. However, before he could slack off for a while, he saw the words of the Tao of Heaven appearing again. The appearance of the Tiantian Pagoda and the amulet of the Tao of Heaven made him extremely angry. Under such circumstances, his desire to yearn for the 7th level of Xian became stronger and stronger. God, how shameless! After the historical segregation, 2 people finally appeared, he and his master, who survived the taboo realm and catastrophe, and saw that they would surpass the outside world, even the world. Now, a Tongtian Tower has been created. Those who successfully break through the level in the Tongtian Tower will also get 3 heavenly talismans, which can selectively resist the catastrophe of the 3 taboo realms. This is a deliberate attempt to make fun of those world-renowned and sages of the present age. In this case, he has a sense of urgency. In case other existences above the 7th level of Xian were born because of this, and Heavenly Tao ordered them to deal with him and his master, then they would undoubtedly be in a very dangerous situation. Therefore, Duan Lingtian is also working harder to find a breakthrough in the strongest realm. Search for the 5 elements gods everywhere. Let the 5 elements gods in his body transform further. As long as all the 5 elements gods transform into their final forms, they will be able to help him step into the strongest state in an instant. With his hard work, he finally took the most critical step. Successfully ushered in the call of the Xian realm. Xian. This time, Duan Lingtian didn't refuse the call of the most powerful realm and catered to it, allowing it to control the power in his body, and began to change qualitatively. Bursts of terrifying aura swept away from Duan Lingtian. Later, the breath became a little scary. What he was in was just a small world in the myriad worlds. At this moment, the mountain range he was in was completely collapsed, the space was broken, and hideous space cracks spread all over the void. It is no surprise that such a big movement has attracted the attention of a few powerful people in this small world. What a strong breath! Is there a new superpower born in our rain god realm? The 3 Xians in this small world, 1 Xian 1st level existence, and 2 Xian 2nd level existences, were attracted by Duan Lingtian one after another. When they come over, but found, the aura of the person who has broken through to the strongest level in front of him is still growing after stepping into the 1st level of the strongest. In a blink of an eye, another step forward. Just entering the Xian realm is the 2nd level? The 3 of them looked at each other, and they all saw horror and horror in each other's eyes. It's not over yet? Soon, they discovered that the purple-clothed young man sitting cross-legged in the void was vibrating with cracks in the surrounding space, making him look more ferocious, and then the aura of the young man increased further. Xian 3rd level. The 3 gasped, which also meant that the strength of the person in front of them had completely surpassed them at this moment. Even, the 3 of them teamed up, and it is absolutely impossible for them to be opponents of each other. Our rain god realm. Are we going to turn around this time? One of the 3, an old man with the appearance of a strong man, suddenly brightened his eyes, and his old face twitched because of excitement. The other 2 also looked excited at this time. It's so rare. In their rain god realm, there are very few Xian 3rd level existences that have ever appeared in history. Now, contemporary, is there finally another one? Only, their excitement did not last long. When they discovered that the aura of the purple-clothed youth was further vibrating, and then the strength of the whole person seemed to climb to a new height. The 3 of them looked at each other again, and then they all looked dull. This is the 4th level of Xian? Is this someone from our rain god realm? At this moment, they questioned. Just because, in their small realm attached to one of the 18 realms in China, looking at the past history, The strongest existence that has ever appeared is the third-level Xeon. There has never been a fourth-order Xeon. Theoretically speaking, they are subordinate small realms, and when the power of the realm is often extracted, it is almost impossible to give birth to the existence of the fourth-level Xeon. But now, it appeared. Then, there is only one possibility. This is someone from outside. People from the outside world happen to come to their rain god realm to seek a breakthrough. Soon, the three of them were dumbfounded. At the same time, further confirmation. The person in front of him is definitely someone from the outside world, just because the other party's aura has risen again. Xeon 5th level. It's outrageous. Just entered the Xeon and stepped into the 5th level of the Xeon. Not to mention the middle 18 realms. This kind of existence, even if it is placed in the upper 3 realms, is it a monster among geniuses? Just entering Xeon, he is a half-step world venerable, a half-sage from the outside world. Who is he? The pride of the upper 3 realms? At this moment, all three of them were shocked. It's not like they haven't seen the existence of the 5th level Xeon. The world attached to their rain god realm has the existence of the 5th level Xeon. There is even a 6th order Xeon. However, as soon as they broke through to Xeon, they stepped into the existence of the 5th level, which was the first time they had seen it in their lives. However, what shocked the three of them even more was still behind. Under their eyes, the young man in purple was suddenly shocked by the cracks in the dense space around him, and then all of them turned into nothingness. A terrifying black hole in space continued to spread, covering the young man in purple, but it didn't affect him in any way. The turbulent flow of space raged, slapping on the body of the purple-clothed youth, but finally merged into his body strangely. Bursts of even more terrifying breaths raged. What's more, it made them feel extremely depressed, and they couldn't help avoiding it, not daring to get too close. At this moment, they have a strong sense of suffocation. This is the 6th level of Xeon? A world-respected powerhouse? Just entered Xeon. Is it a world venerable? Even in the upper 3 realms, looking at their past history, such existences are probably rare, right? There shouldn't be such an existence in the contemporary upper 3 realms. You said, he. Could it be that Duan Lingtian? Duan Lingtian? Hiss. You mean, he is the high-ranking deity, Duan Lingtian, who passed through the taboo realm and heavenly calamity in front of Lord Feng Qingyang, who was notified by the Tao of Heaven. Yes, that's him. It's really possible. When the three of them vaguely guessed the identity of the purple-clothed youth in front of them, they were inexplicably shocked. The great movement here has also attracted the attention of many powerful people in the nearby realm. In one of the 18 realms that was vassal of the rain god realm, 2 strong men broke out of the realm, like 2 gods, coming towards the rain god realm, majestic and majestic. Chapter 45-51. The Yushan realm is one of the 18 realms in China, and it is also the realm that rules the rain god realm. This moment, the 2 people who walked out of the Yushan realm are the 2 strongest 5th-level existences in the Yushan realm, the 2 half-step supreme beings. The rain god realm is a small realm under their Yushan realm, very close to the Yushan realm, because, no matter whether it is the upper 3 realms or the middle 18 realms, they all take the nearby realms into their own command, draw the power of the realms at any time to strengthen the realm and maintain the life of the realm. That's right. Any realm in the 10,000 realms has a span and will age. If there is no supplement of new realm power, it will continue to age. Until the spiritual energy of the world inside is exhausted, the cultivation resources are getting scarcer, and there are fewer and fewer strong people. Many of today's small worlds once had a glorious past, but more or less due to some reasons, they gradually fell into decline, or even collapsed. There are such weird spatial fluctuations in the rain god realm. This breath is unusual. The rain god realm, a half-step world master was born? These 2 people, as the half-step world venerables of the Jade Mountain realm, entered the land of no man like the rain god realm, and they had no worries at all. After all, this is just a subsidiary realm under their Yushan realm. It's no different from your own back garden. Soon, the 2 came to the scene. My lord Xiaoming. Meet Lord Hashan. When the two arrived at the scene, the three most powerful men in the rain god realm also came to their senses one after another, and respectfully saluted the two in front of them. For them, the two are no strangers. Have seen it a few times before. The sixth level? Boundary prestige? However, Xiaoming and Hishan, who were present at the scene at this time, ignored the three great powers of the rain god realm. Their eyes all fell on the purple figure in the distance, and they all took a breath of air. Two adults. At this time, one of the most powerful members of the rain god realm respectfully said, "This lord is the strongest in our rain god realm that we have just stepped into." In a word, Xiaoming and Hishan turned pale with astonishment, and then they all looked at him. After further confirmation from the three people in the rain god realm, and after hearing the speculation of the three, they looked at the purple figure again with a little more awe. If he is really Duan Lingtian, this sixth level, I'm afraid it is not his end. I really didn't expect that there would be two existences who survived the taboo realm's catastrophe. That's right. Lord Feng Qingyang is now personally sitting outside the Tongtian Tower, so that the land outside the world, and even the saints and world venerables of the 10,000 realms, have no way to enter the Tongtian Tower to participate in the Heavenly Dao experience and seize the Heavenly Dao talisman. I think, if possible, we should make friends with this Pan. Maybe after the friendship is over, if you and I have the opportunity to step into the sixth level in the future, they are willing to let us go and let us try to enter the Tongtian Tower. Friendship? The other party may not be willing to talk to us. While guessing Duan Lingshan's identity, the two also stood aside and watched quietly. It is not a grand event that can be seen from the sixth level of Xian to the seventh level. After they met this time, they will not know if they will have the opportunity to witness the birth of another strong seventh level Xian in their lifetime. Under the eyes of five people, the huge black hole in space continued to spread, causing the five people to keep retreating. And the young man in purple looked so dazzling in the black hole of space, like the only star hanging there in the night sky, extremely bright. At this moment, if the space black hole is compared to the world, then he is the only one left in the whole world. He sat there cross-legged, as if thinking about it forever. The aura on his body was still vibrating, as if hitting some kind of bottleneck. Boom. Rumble. As the black hole in space spread further, all the mountains, rivers in a large area nearby were destroyed, sucked into the black hole in space, and turned into nothingness, was completely obliterated. Suddenly, the purple-clothed youth who had been sitting there cross-legged suddenly stood up. His body can only be regarded as slightly taller than the average person. But when standing up, it gives people a strong sense of oppression. The five most powerful people in the vicinity feel the deepest. And then, he opened his eyes. The moment he opened his eyes, a terrifying power raged from his body, as if the power that had been accumulated for a long time was vented at this moment. Wow! The terrible air wave raged, and even the three most powerful men in the rain god realm were blown away by this force, like a rootless duckweed. The two strongest men in the Yushan realm barely stood still, but their faces were pale, and their eyes were full of shock and fear. This is breakthrough. The two looked at each other, and both saw the shock in each other's eyes. In their Yushan world, there is the existence of the sixth level Xian. They have also seen each other compete with the same level outsiders. At that time, they felt that they were very powerful, but in front of the oppressive feeling brought by the person in front of them, it is like the difference between a child and an adult. The gap is too big. Duan Lingtian didn't care about the surrounding situation. Even if he already knew about the existence of the five powerhouses nearby, he didn't worry about them daring to shoot him, unless they wanted to die. Finally, we've made it to this point. Feeling the power of complete transformation in the body, it is completely different from before. It can even be said to be a world of difference. After all, before today, he was just a high-ranking deity. Five elements gods. In a thought, Duan Lingtian raised his hand, and suddenly five forces of different colors swept across the sky, and then transformed into a human form in the void. There are men and women, old and young. It is the five element gods who have transformed into humans. Thank you, sir, for your kindness in shaping the body. The five elements gods used to be like elders in front of Duan Lingtian. But now, after being transformed into a human being, facing Duan Lingtian, who has stepped into the realm of the strongest and is still at the 7th level of the strongest, they all bowed to thank each other, and their voices were full of humility. No way. Today is different. That little guy in the past has now grown into one of the 2 most powerful beings in this world. He is also the second Xeon's 7th order existence after the historical cutoff. And at the same time when the 5 elements gods bowed down to thank them, above the sky, thunder rumbled, striking, and then a somewhat familiar golden text of the Tao of Heaven also appeared in front of the eyes of everyone in the 10,000 realms, and even in places beyond the realms. Congratulations to Duan Lingtian from the Nishan realm. After surviving the taboo realm, he successfully broke through and became the 2nd strongest existence of the 7th level after the historical barrier, surpassing Jesuin and saints. Chapter 45-52. Finally caught up with Master's footsteps. Looking up at the Tiandao characters on the horizon, Duan Lingtian smiled calmly. Then, he looked at the 5 elements gods and said, "Next, I don't have much need for you. You have also shaped your body now, and you can live independently like normal life. Go live your life. In the future, if there is anything that cannot be solved, as long as it does not violate my personal principles, as long as it is something I can solve, you can come to me. I will make a move. Each person, limited to 3 times. He made a move out of affection, not out of duty. He was also worried that the 5 element gods would come to him for big and small matters in the future. Therefore, the number of times is limited. Of course, if they really needed help, even if it had been more than 3 times, and he felt that he needed to take action, he would do the same. 3 times, just to let them know. Duan Lingshan's shot was not cheap. He always remembers the help of several people who helped him during his journey. You have been with me for many years, my principles. You should be very clear. Hearing Duan Lingshan's words, the gods of the 5 elements bowed to thank each other. Thank you, my lord. Go. Duan Lingtian waved his hand and said. The 5 element gods, after he stepped into the strongest realm, were able to shape their bodies because they also had the strength of the strongest realm, and neither is weak. After all, they themselves are the gods of the 5 elements, and now they are reborn after plastic surgery, and they are the bodies of the 5 elements. In the future, as long as you work hard, you will step into the extreme of your own 5 elements, and it will only be a matter of time before you achieve minor perfection and great perfection. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Except for the gentle woman transformed into Jingshi Shenshui, the other 4 5-element gods all left like ghosts the moment Duan Lingtian finished speaking. With the strongest strength, they can cross space, shuttle space turbulence, like walking on flat ground. Sister Shui, you are? Seeing the woman left behind, Duan Lingtian was a little puzzled. The woman, Jingshi Shenshui, heard the words and smiled leisurely. I'm like them. I've been with that tree of life for many years, and I've long been used to being by her side. To me, she is no different from my mother. Now, although I have been reborn, I don't have any desire for the outside world. I just want to stay by her side and be with her. I hope the adults can fulfill it. In the past, Jingshi Shenshui always called Duan Lingtian Xiaotian. But now when he directly addresses adults, his tone is also very respectful. Hearing what Jingshi Shenshui said, Duan Lingtian shook his head and smiled. Sister Shui, you should still call me Xiaotian. Since you want to stay, then stay. The sacred tree of life stood in the small world inside his body, and it became more vigorous as he stepped into the Xeon with all his cultivation. Just now, following the request of the other party, he opened a gap in the small world in his body, allowing the other party to watch the Jingshi Shenshui leave. Unexpectedly, Jingshi Shenshui stayed for her. Don't dare. Jingshi Shenshui was a little apprehensive. Your Excellency, you are now one of the strongest people who have appeared after the severance of history. You are not the previous high-ranking gods. Duan Lingtian only sighed inwardly about the distance between Jingshi Shenshui and himself, and then did not persist. Let her go. Seeing the pure world Shen Shui return to the small world in his body, sitting cross-legged under the divine tree of life, it seems that the breath of the divine tree of life is getting stronger. This scene also made Duan Lingtian secretly amazed. After regaining his senses, he shut down the small world in his body that had already undergone earth-shaking changes with a single thought, and then looked at the few strongest people present. Following Duan Lingshan's gaze, the 3 people from the Rain God realm knelt down in the void. Congratulations, my lord, for stepping into the 7th level of Xian. Congratulations, my lord. When the 3 of them knelt down to Duan Lingtian, the 2 Xian 5th ranks in Yushan realm originally wanted to bow down to congratulate Duan Lingtian, but now all 3 of them knelt down and secretly called them dog-licking at the same time. The 2 of them also knelt down. Hashan, Jade Mountain, congratulations, my lord, for stepping into the 7th step. Xiao Ming from the Jade Mountain realm, congratulations, my lord, for stepping into the 7th step. The 2 knelt down to congratulate each other. 2 Xian 5th stages? Duan Lingtian swept out his consciousness and quickly confirmed the cultivation of the last 2 people who knelt down, and he couldn't help being a little surprised. At the same time, I feel that Jade Mountain realm sounds familiar. After another thought, isn't Yushan realm one of the 18 realms in China that is as famous as his hometown, Nishan realm? Before, he had heard people mention the Yushan realm. He even knew that the Rain God realm he was in was one of the small realms attached to the Jade Mountain realm, so he was not surprised that the most powerful person from the Jade Mountain realm appeared here. The 5th level of Xian. Looking at the 2 kneeling in front of his eyes, Duan Lingshan's eyes couldn't help becoming a little complicated. The 5th level of Xian. Placed in the 10,000 realms, it is a half-step world venerable, like the world lord of the Nishan realm Xiao Mubai. Put it outside the boundary, it is half-holy. Existing like the Yui semi-sage Duan Yue of the Duan clan in the Thunder's sacred realm Bibo, Tianfu customs clearance area in the past. Whether it is Xiao Mubai or Duan Yue, in the eyes of Duan Lingtian in the past, they were high and powerful existences. Standing in front of them, they could vaguely feel oppression. And now, existences comparable to Xiao Mubai and Duan Yue knelt down in front of him, extremely respectful. Even, as long as he wanted to, with a wave of his hand, he could kill these 2 people. What's the situation over there at Tongtian Tower? Do you 2 know? Duan Lingtian looked at the 2 people in Yushan realm and asked calmly. Hearing the words, the 2 people in Yushan realm were taken aback for a moment, and then said truthfully, my lord, since the Tongtian Pagoda came into the world, another 7th rank Feng Qingyang from the god-defying realm where you are, has been guarding there, preventing the world venerable from the 10,000 realms and the saint from the outer realm from entering it. More words, whoever dares to enter the Tongtian Tower with the intention, he will kill him. Because of this, although Tongtian Tower has been opened for a while, no one has ever entered it. After hearing what the 2 said, Duan Lingtian frowned. Just as he guessed. He guessed earlier that with his master's temperament, the way of heaven is so unfair. He will definitely not let it go. Really, Shizhuan is still the past Shizhuan. Of course, if it were him, he would do the same thing. I stepped into the 7th level by myself, but you, Tiandao, came up with such a backstab. Isn't this an obvious bully? The Outer Worlds. Thunder Saint Realm. Sacred Cloud Sect. Fujia. When he came back to his senses, Duan Lingshan's eyes shot with murderous intent. Just now when he thought of that Yui half-saint Duan Yue, he was ready to avenge him. But now, he is going to go back to God against God realm first to see his wife Kier. Afterwards, he took a trip to the Thunder Sacred Realm outside the boundary and wiped out the semi-sacred force Fu family in the area controlled by the Qingyun Sacred Sect. In the past, it was the Banshing of the Fu family who joined forces with the other 2 to kill Duan Yue. After Duan Yue's death, he promised Duan Yue himself that he would avenge her when he had enough strength in the future. In order to repay Duan Yue's kindness in taking care of him in the past, you're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.